Have you ever wondered what happens to your toys when you grow up? Toy Story 3 tackles this exact question, and let me tell you, it's an emotional roller coaster from start to finish. This film isn't just a sequel, it's a profound story about change, loyalty, and the bittersweet pain of saying goodbye. The story kicks off with Andy, our beloved kid from the first two movies, now a 17-year-old packing for college. He's faced with a tough decision: what to do with his childhood companions, Woody, Buzz, and the whole gang. He decides to store them in the attic, except for Woody, who he plans to take with him. But a classic mix-up, a case of mistaken identity involving a trash bag, leads to a donation box. And just like that, our favorite toys find themselves on the way to Sunnyside Daycare. At first, Sunnyside seems like a paradise. They're greeted by Lotso, Hagen Bear, or Lotso, a big, plush, strawberry-scented bear who seems like the perfect leader. He promises them a utopia where they'll be played with by new children every single day, forever. No more attics, no more yard sales, just endless playtime. For toys who've been gathering dust, this sounds like a dream come true. Buzz and most of the gang are completely sold on the idea. They see it as a new beginning, a chance to be loved again. But Woody is skeptical, his loyalty to Andy is unwavering. He knows Andy never intended to throw them away and tries to convince his friends to return home. But they won't listen, choosing the promise of Sunnyside over their history with Andy. Heartbroken, Woody decides to go it alone, determined to get back to his kid before he leaves for college. This initial split in the group is so tough to watch because we've just seen them, an inseparable family, for 2 whole movies. It doesn't take long for the dream of Sunnyside to crumble into a nightmare. The toys are assigned to the caterpillar room, which is filled with toddlers. And if you know anything about toddlers, they don't exactly play gently. The toys are smashed, drooled on, and thrown around. It's pure chaos. They quickly realize this isn't the paradise they were promised. It's a prison sentence of rough, unending playtime. When they try to request a transfer to the older kids' room, they discover the dark truth about Sunnyside. Lotso, the friendly, strawberry-scented leader? He's actually a ruthless dictator. He runs the daycare like a high-security prison. He and his gang of enforcers, like the creepy Big Baby and Ken, keep all the new toys in the chaotic toddler room while they enjoy the gentler play of the older kids. We learn about Lotso's tragic backstory. He was accidentally left behind by his owner, Daisy, and replaced. This heartbreak twisted him, making him believe that all toys are just disposable trash, and he enforces this bitter worldview on everyone at Sunnyside. He even resets Buzz Lightyear to his demo mode, turning him into a prison guard who works against his own friends. Meanwhile, Woody's escape attempt leads him to the house of a sweet little girl named Bonnie. He sees how much she loves her toys, and it gives him a glimpse of what a happy after-Randy life could look like. But when he learns from Bonnie's toys about the truth of Lotso's tyranny at Sunnyside, he knows he can't abandon his friends. He has to go back and rescue them. What follows is one of the most thrilling and clever escape sequences in animated history. It's like a heist movie with toys. Woody reunites with the gang, and together they devise a brilliant plan to break out. We see Chatter Telephone giving them inside information, Ken's love for Barbie being exploited for access, and Mr. Potato Head using his detachable parts in hilarious ways. They have to get past security cameras, squeaky toy monkey alarms, and Buzz, who is still under Lotso's control. Each toy uses their unique abilities in the escape, highlighting their teamwork and ingenuity. The climax of the film is unbelievably intense. After a huge chase, the toys end up at the city dump, on a conveyor belt heading towards a giant incinerator. This is where the movie truly hits you, as they slide closer and closer to the flames. With no hope of escape, they stop struggling. They just look at each other, reach out, and hold hands. In that moment, they accept their fate, choosing to face the end together as a family. It's a silent, powerful scene that is absolutely heart-wrenching. I'm not ashamed to admit, I tear up every single time I watch it. But just in the nick of time, they are rescued by the little green aliens who have finally mastered the claw. They make it out, but their confrontation with Lotso isn't over. Even after Woody saves him from the shredder, Lotso betrays them again, leaving them to their fate. But karma comes for him as he ends up tied to the front of a garbage truck, a fitting end for a toy who saw others as trash. The toys finally make it back home, just as Andy is about to leave for college. They climb into a box labeled college, ready for the attic. But Woody has a change of heart. He knows his friends deserve more than a dusty box. He climbs into a different box, one with Bonnie's address on it, and writes a note for Andy. This leads to the final scene, the one that makes everyone, and I mean everyone, cry. Andy finds the box and, following Woody's note, drives to Bonnie's house. He introduces each of his toys to her, sharing a little memory about them. It's his way of passing on his childhood. Then Bonnie sees Woody at the bottom of the box. And he's hesitant. Woody has always been his favorite. But he sees how much Bonnie loves toys and he makes the ultimate sacrifice. He decides to give Woody to her before he leaves, and he plays with his toys with Bonnie one last time. It's a beautiful, symbolic moment. He's not just playing, he's passing the torch, entrusting the care of his dearest friends to a new generation. As he gets in his car to drive away, he looks back at the toys on the porch and says, "Thanks, guys," and Woody, sitting with his new family, watches his best friend drive off into the future and softly whispers, "So long, partner." Toy Story 3 is a masterpiece. It's a film that grew up with its audience, delivering a story that's funny, thrilling, and profoundly moving. It teaches us that change is inevitable, but the bonds of friendship can endure anything, even saying goodbye. It's a perfect conclusion to a trilogy that defined a generation of animation. What do you think? Did this ending hit you as hard as it hit me? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite movies. See you next time.